Welcome into the Packers Report. I am your host, Joey Petersen. Stay locked in on today's show. I'm going to give you 4 names that you need to keep an eye on that I think might not make the 53-man roster. 4 cut candidates for your Green Bay Packers after minicamp has wrapped up. Before that, still early July. Good news is we are off to an early lead. Packers Report is up 55 subs to 50 over Bears now. I need you guys to help me out. Let's extend this lead, keep this sub battle in our hands. Let's run up the score on Bears now. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, I want to start with a little bit of a disclaimer, okay? And this is not a cut prediction video. These are not 4 guys that I'm predicting to be cut whenever that roster cut down day happens in the end of August. These are just 4 names to keep your eye on and keep on your radar as guys that could potentially get cut when you take in account of what their cap savings would be if they were cut and, how much they actually play and, let's be frank, help out the team when the regular season comes. Let's start with our first cut candidate, and that is one John Fitzpatrick. The tight end who right now I'd kind of have him in that tight end 4 spot, I would say. If you cut him, this is the biggest reason why I'm talking about it. You'd save $1.31 million in 2025. Now, I know you like 6'7", you like 250 pounds. You like a tight end that's really, really good when it comes to his ability to block. But let's be honest. Like when we look at this room, and we see Tucker Kraft, and we see Luke Musgraves, and then we see Ben Sims as well, kind of in that 3rd spot. It's like it makes me kind of question, is there room for John Fitzpatrick on this roster? Like, is he going to make it through training camp, make it through preseason, and then make it onto the 53-man? If he doesn't do anything like spectacular, if he doesn't do anything that jaw drops and blows your mind, I don't know how easy it is to say he's going to make this roster. And I just feel like the biggest part of that is, along with the $1.3 million you'd save, is the fact that this wide receiver room has gotten so deep and is so good. I legitimately see a world where this team keeps 7 wide receivers. And if they keep 7 wide receivers, I could legitimately see a world where they only keep 3 tight ends, right? So I think it's either between Fitz or Sims. I think it's either between John Fitzpatrick or Ben Sims, right? Because if they keep 3 tight ends, you know one of them's going to be Musgrave. You know one of them's going to be Tucker Kraft. It's all going to come down to which of those 2 they're going to keep. Which of those 2 would you keep, okay? You let me know in the comment section down below. Would you keep Fitzpatrick? Would you keep Ben Sims? Let me know in the comment section by typing their initials. So give me a JF or a BS. Let's talk my second one. One Bo Melton, okay? And I know this is going to be one that ruffles some feathers in the comment section. Let's just say that. And again, I'm going to talk to you about my disclaimer. This is not a prediction video. This is just, guys, to keep your eye on. This one would surprise me, okay? But let's be real. I don't think it's 100% out of the question, smashing guarantee that Bo Melton makes this roster. Sure, he's doing one hell of a thing for himself, and that's making himself very, very useful. We all saw the snaps that he took at cornerback over minicamp, and that's all well and good. But if he's not a good fit there at cornerback, and they don't feel like he could legitimately give them some snaps and some reps at that position, then I don't think he's going to be kept. Plain and simple. And I just don't see it happening. Because you look at this wide receiver room, and it is deep. We still don't know if there is a guaranteed wide receiver 1 on this roster. But you just look at the top 6, and you go Dobbs, Golden, Reed, Williams, Hardman, Wicks. Like, where's Bo Melton and all that? Maybe the 7th guy? And then you got to worry about Christian Watson when he comes back from that ACL surgery, but he's no higher than 7. And then you look at the cornerback room. This is the room that I think if he's going to compete at, and you see him already on this depth chart, he's on both for a reason because he played both reps during minicamp. But, like, if he can prove to make himself versatile, he's going to make this roster. If he can prove, hey, if you put me in a corner, even if it's for 10 snaps a game, I'm not going to be a liability. Then he'll make it. But if they can tell after a week of training camp, hey, he just can't be a corner, he's not his brother, and that's okay, then, it's going to be hard seeing him make this 53-man just with the wide receiver depth and talent on this roster. Do you think Melton makes the final roster? If you do me one big favor, like today's video. And if you don't, tell me why not in the comment section down below. Weigh in and give me your answer. Coming up, I got 2 more cut candidates that we're going to talk about. We're going to discuss on today's show. So don't go anywhere. Those are coming up very, very soon. But before we get that, make sure if you're still watching, and we're about 6 minutes through, so it's obviously you guys like what you're seeing, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you look at the analytics of all of our views right here at the Packers Report, 68.3% are from those who are not subscribed. Shout out the 31.7%, all the real ones right there, all the true cheeseheads. But if you're part of that 68.3%, help that number change and do it today by hitting that subscribe button and joining us today. Also, not to mention, talking about Bo Melton, you'd save $1.03 million if you do cut him, right? So it's not like it's just a flash of the pan. It's not like it's just a drop in the bucket. $1 million could go a long way, especially if you're kind of thinking about or planning on making a really big move. All right, let's tie up the bow with Bo. Not too, wow, that was totally accidental right there. Let's talk about Christian Welch. He's next on this surprise cut candidate list. And I get it. I hear what you're saying. They just signed a free agency, and so we'll discuss that in a little bit. But if you cut Christian, same as with Bo, you'd save about $1.03 million in 2025. And I know this team is pretty solid when it comes to, what they have as of right now in cap space. It's not like they're dying for money. They're not like the Baltimore Ravens or any other team in the bottom of the salary cap world. But I hear you saying, but Joey, there's no way we cut Christian, right? We just signed him in free agency. He's now going to make his return to the Green Bay Packers. What I have to say to that is, so what? You're not going to keep someone just because. Just because you signed him in free agency. That doesn't make sense. You want the best 53 players to make that roster. And if you feel like Christian Welch isn't one of those best 53 players, then he's not going to make the roster. I don't care if you sign him free agency. I don't care if you sign him the day before roster cut down day. Also, the big thing that's kind of not helping him is the fact that this linebacker room is really good, okay? I think before the signing of Isaiah Simmons, he might have made it. But like right now, it's Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, McDuffie, Isaiah Simmons, and Hopper. All of those guys are in front of him. All of those guys are above him. All of those guys, I think, are better than he is. This is a stat group at the end of the day. Sorry about it, Christian Welch, but somebody has to get cut because you play in such a solid position. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not anybody's fault, but that's just the way that this works because this is a business. And the final cut candidate is one Mr. Mecole Hardman. Again, not a prediction video. We're just going to talk about it. Because cutting Hardman saves you $1.31 million. Close to 1.5. Second most on this list right now. The other two, I think it was Christian and Bo, were both about $1.03 million, so just a little bit over $1 million. Mecole gets you a little bit more of that, over almost to 1.5. And I will say, of the 4 we've talked about today, this is definitely the least likely, okay? I'll just go out and say that right now. Part of that is because what he helps in the return game. And also part of that is because of how well he played during minicamp. You got back-to-back days where practice ended with a walk-off touchdown to one Mecole Hardman. June 10th, 12:47 p.m. Snagging an 11-yard touchdown pass from Sean Clifford as time expired the 2-minute drill. And then the best one from the entirety of minicamp. Jordan Love, Lucas Van Ness in his face, uncorked a deep ball to Mecole Hardman for a 74-yard touchdown. Got behind the defense, caught it over the shoulder at the 30-yard line, beat them to the end zone. He's showing that he could still play, right? And obviously we know not only is he really, really good as a wide receiver, but he also is going to help in special teams and the return game a lot. But I'm still going to say about him what I said about Bo Melton. This is a room that you could get lost in with all of the talent, okay? It feels like almost if they're going to take 6, it's going to be between Melton and Hardman. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'd probably take Hardman over Melton, but if some guys come out, like Heath, like Hicks, maybe the undrafted free agent is Sam Brown. Like, if that happens, watch out. Mecole Hardman. Now, will it? We don't know. We hope so. We'd love to see some, undiscovered talent, some younger talent emerge. But I wouldn't bet on it. What do you guys think? Is Mecole Hardman making the 53-man roster? Give me a yes, give me a no in the comment section down below. You let me know if you think he'll make it or not. We're about to get on out of here. Make sure you guys got me on social media. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel right here at the Packers Report. Daily videos for all the true die-hard real ones right here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless.